it's Boxing Lowdown and I'm back here with another video. Now this is my post-fight review to the absolutely tremendous fight that took place between Inoue and Donaire. The World Boxing Super Series Bantamweight final took place today at 12:05 PM on a Thursday. Now for those, luckily I was able to work at home, but for those that were at work, some of them were messaging me, letting them know they were watching it on their lunch break. They had their laptop there and they were watching the fight. Brilliant to see people tuning in because it was well worth it, man. It was an unbelievable scrap for, you know, all the marbles. You know, the inaugural trophy was on the line. The Ring magazine title was on the line. The WBA, the IBF titles was on the line. So it was a lot at stake. You know, just like we had with Josh Taylor against Regis Prograis a couple of weeks back. Now Inoue went into this fight as a heavy favourite. He was expected to kind of blow away Donaire, and that's no disrespect to Donaire. He is a legend in the game, but he's 37 years old. Nobody really expected him to beat now Inoue, who is really like a freak train at the moment, blitzing through everybody. But how wrong were we all proven today, man? I mean, Donaire didn't get the win, but his performance showed just why he has been such a world-class fighter over the last decade or so. It was absolutely brilliant to watch, man. And now Inoue passed the gut check. Let's say that. He absolutely passed his gut check today because there were times where he was getting hit, he was hurt, he was bloodied, and Donaire wasn't going anywhere. He was caught with some brilliant shots, man. Unbelievable punches that would have knocked anybody else over at the bantamweight division. But the chins on both of these men was just unreal. Like, it was brilliant to watch. Couldn't believe it myself, man, because going through the fight, Inoue started off well. You know, he was landing some sharp counters on Donaire, and it was myself thinking to myself, I was like, this can't go 12 rounds, not with the sort of punches that Inoue's landing. But then all of a sudden, Donaire started getting into the fight, you know, pretty early on as well. From the second, third round, he was getting into it, man. He was landing some shots of his own, and they were definitely buzzing Inoue. They were making him think twice about stepping in, and it was just seesaw action all the way through. I mean, Inoue was taking the majority of the rounds, but Donaire, he landed a good few shots of his own and he cut Inoue pretty early on. And the cut was definitely bothering him because I saw Inoue tapping his eye quite a lot. You know, the cut didn't actually go fully deep into his eye, but it was streaming down his face. And, you know, Donaire, he's a big puncher himself. He landed some shots on Inoue as well, man. It was a tremendous back and forth fight, man. Brilliant to watch. And there were times where, you know, Inoue had Donaire rocked, but we thought, this is it. Donaire's going to go down now. Didn't go down, and then he'd come back and land some shots of his own. Brilliant fight, man. For those that haven't watched it, you guys really need to check it out. Potential fight of the year, definitely. It's fight of the year candidate, no doubt about it. It was definitely a fight of the year candidate. But listen, it started to get more, you know, going towards the later rounds, it was starting to get a bit more heavy for both men. The war of attrition was obviously going to settle in on both of them. And, you know, there was a point where Donaire was putting it on Inoue. There was a time when Inoue, we were worried he could get stopped, he could suffer his first defeat, and Donaire was landing some heavy artillery. And I thought to myself, I can't remember if it was round 8 or so, but he was really putting it on Inoue, man, and he really had to go through that and really fight through the pain. And then in the 9th, 10th round, I can't remember what round it was, he dropped Donaire with a body shot, beautiful body shot, and he kind of turned away. It was a late reaction from Donaire, but he turned away, and then like he fell to one knee. And I thought, okay, this has to be it now. Inoue had like at least a minute or so in the round to finish him off. Couldn't finish off Donaire. And then like it was back and forth up until the 12th round. Brilliant fight to watch, man. Unreal fight. So Inoue, it has to be said, man, he showed good recovery powers in that fight because it looked like that Donaire could stop him. And what an upset that would have been. But he showed good recovery powers to come back and drop Donaire in the 10th round. And then it kind of sealed the deal, really. We kind of knew after that this fight was Inoue's. The momentum kind of shift towards him, and up until the 12th round, these two were throwing leather, and it was great to see the respect that they had for each other after the fight. The fight was conducted in pretty much classy respect throughout the whole way through, and even before the fight build-up, it was like a lot of respect between the two. Donaire is pretty much that sort of character anyway. He's always been that kind of guy, and so is Inoue, really, to be honest. So it was just a great advert for the sport of boxing, this fight, and brilliant. And if this is Donaire's last fight, if it really is, because like I said, he is 37 years old now. If it is, he went out like a real warrior, man. What a way to go out for somebody who's achieved so much in his career like he has. brilliant to watch, man. And Inoue, you know, the world's his oyster at the moment. He's the bantamweight champion. I mean, he could take on Solana Tete, who has the WBO title. He could take on Luis Neri, who is probably the closest ranked fighter there is to him right now. He's got options. He's got options at bantamweight. He's got options at junior featherweight. You know, he could go up there and take on some of the champions. There's also was announced that he signed a deal with Top Rank. Now, Top Rank are building pretty good stable themselves when you look at it. The top 5 pound for pound boxers, you have to say, would include 3 of Top Rank's fighters, and that is Inoue, Crawford, and Lomachenko. So they're even talking about building that up. So imagine how Inoue and Lomachenko would go. But for the meantime, Inoue has some options, man. I'd like to see him, you know, become undisputed at bantamweight before thinking about moving up to junior featherweight. As for Donaire, I mean, like I said, he's had a brilliant career. And if he goes out on that note, what a way to go out, man. Even though he was the loser in this fight, he wasn't really a loser in anyone's eyes, man. People were expecting him to get blown out, and he really pushed Inoue all the way. So let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section below, man. Absolutely fantastic fight. Probably my fight of the year, thinking about it right now. But let me know what you guys think about it, what you'd like to see next for both men. And drop your thoughts in the comment section below, guys. I'll catch you on the next one.